some things that you may need to know or may need to have in order to get going with streaming. For some of you, that may be really obvious things. For other people, it may be things you didn't think that you would need to know. And then just some like overall hints and tips that I may have, and then we'll do a little Q&A at the end if you guys have any questions. Next. It's okay. All right, so knowing what you need to have to get started on Twitch is very important. So for me, when I got started on Twitch, I was living in Los Angeles. I was very broke and very lonely because I couldn't afford to have a social life. And I eventually discovered Twitch, and I was like, wow, I could have friends online, cool. And so I discovered Twitch, watched some streamers, and was like, I could do that. So this was a couple of years ago before a lot of people really knew what Twitch was. And I didn't know any streamers at all. Like, I had no friends that were streamers. Like, I had none of that. So it was basically me and Google trying to figure out, little me Googling how to stream. There was a lot of trial and error. It was not good at first. But I thought I would put together a little list of maybe some things that you would need, things that are probably pretty obvious, and maybe, like I said, a couple things that you may not have thought of. First one, obviously, being a decent running PC. That is probably the most important thing you're going to need. That is going to be your main tool to streaming. Let me tell you what, when I first started streaming, I was streaming on a 10-year-old MacBook. That didn't go well. So I eventually bought a pre-built PC, which I know a lot of people have opinions on a pre-built PC. For me, it was cheap and it was much better than my 10-year-old MacBook, so that was a good stepping stone into doing some better streams. And then eventually, this past year, I invested in building a nice PC. So it's stepping stones. You obviously don't need to throw $3,000 at a nice PC when you're first starting to stream. You may not even like streaming, so don't do that. Definitely kind of go at your own pace with getting a good running PC, but that is like your main tool in terms of streaming. The second thing is a capture card. I was so freaking naive when I started streaming. I didn't even think about having these kinds of things. So in order to stream with a console, you're gonna need a capture card. I didn't even realize that when I started streaming. So I did a bunch of research, discovered Elgato, not trying to brand them or anything. But that's what I have the most experience with. I think Elgato is extremely easy to use, especially for dummies, tech dummies like myself. So it's pretty straightforward. They've got some great products and they've evolved so much in the past couple of years. A good microphone. I would say with the microphone and the webcam, you don't have to have an awesome microphone and webcam to start off with. Don't feel like you need to invest in a $300 microphone or anything like that. I started off with a Blue Snowball, and then some $35 webcam I found at Best Buy. I think having a webcam is really important. When I first started streaming, I was doing it off my MacBook, and I literally couldn't run a stream, a webcam, and a microphone at the same time, so I obviously chose to use the microphone. I had so many people be like, KB, you gotta use a webcam. People are there to watch your face too. They're not just there to watch the gameplay. So I think having a webcam is really important, especially when starting off. A lot of streamers, if they're not in the mood to use a webcam that specific day, they'll turn it off, and that's totally fine. We all have days where we don't want to be seen. But I think it's definitely important on the regular to have a webcam. People are there to watch you. Streaming software. Again, another thing I didn't know. I was so freaking dumb when I started. I was like, how do you stream? I don't understand how these things work. So Twitch does provide a list of some streaming software that you can use. I've been using OBS. Trey's going to be talking about slobs later. I will probably be transitioning into slobs now that I know somebody who can really use slobs. But there's also XSplit and a couple other things. I just kind of suggest when you're starting off, kind of maybe download all of them and kind of see what you're the most comfortable working with. And definitely know how to use that software, because if you kind of are half-assing it, it's not really going to go well. So be sure you know how to use your streaming software. A bot. If any of you watch streams, probably 99.9% of those streams have a bot in there. The easiest one to start off with, in my opinion, is Nightbot. You can have some just really simple commands in there, and then eventually you can kind of get like your own personalized bot. And there's all sorts of different ways to use bots and different types of bots, so I won't like totally get into all of that today. But definitely investing in using a bot is really important. That way you're not constantly having to shout out your socials all the time. You can have everything running on a timer, stuff like that, so it's really important. And a motive. Why do you want to stream? Are you there to create a community? Are you there because you just really enjoy gaming and you want other people to watch you? Are you there to make money? Which I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to make a lot of money off of Twitch, so just if that's your main motive, just be aware. But find a passion and a reason why you want to stream. People are going to know if they're watching your streams. If you're not really into what you're doing, they're going to know, and it's just not going to be what you're hoping it's going to be. So find that motive, run with it, and make that your passion when it comes to streaming. Next. Alright, so path to affiliate. So when all of us start streaming, we all want to get to that affiliate status, and then, like I said earlier, eventually to partner. So there's obviously some requirements. Most of you may already know this if you're streamers, but I thought I would kind of reiterate it again. You need at least 500 total minutes in broadcasting time within the past 30 days. Let's see, at least 70 broadcast days in the past 30 days. An average of 3 concurrent viewers and at least 50 followers. So I know that's pretty straightforward, but those are your requirements in order to get to affiliate. If you put in the time and you've got the viewers there and you work to get the followers, it's not the longest path to get to affiliate. They've definitely helped you in terms of getting there. It's getting to partner that's a lot more difficult because of the concurrent viewers. So those are the requirements to getting to affiliate. And we'll go ahead and move to the next slide. Sorry. So once you get to affiliate status, you're probably like, okay, now what? Like, I know I make money, but how? So I kind of outlined here the different ways to receive revenue from Twitch. So obviously the biggest one's going to be your subscribers. Again, for those who may not realize, you can follow somebody for free. There's no financial obligation when you follow somebody, but there are 3 different tiers that you can subscribe at. There's tier 1, which is $4.99, tier 2, which is $9.99, and tier 3, which is $24.99. Also, you can use your Twitch Prime, which is basically combining your Twitch account with your Amazon Prime account, and you do get 1 free month of subscribing to any broadcaster of your choice. If you use your Twitch Prime, you're not paying anything, you get that month free, but the streamer gets the same benefits as they do as a tier 1. So that's obviously why a lot of streamers are always pushing for using your Twitch Prime, which has like become a meme now. But so subscribers is kind of your main source of income for being an affiliate. Also receiving revenue from bits. Essentially, bits you're like cheering on your favorite streamer or your favorite streamers, I guess I should say. It's essentially 1 US cent per bit, so like 100 bits would be $1. You can farm those bits by watching ads and stuff, so it's an easy way to like get bits for free and then send them on to your favorite streamers. And then other perks that you get are you get 1 emote. Actually, that changed, didn't it?
Yep, just now.
Like today, you get, I don't know, I should have educated myself better on this for today. What is it, like every 50?
It's subscriber based.
It's like, yeah, so you get like every 15 subscribers you get
I think it's tiered to like every 10 or so.
Every 10, okay. Yikes, I didn't quite look into that before today, but that has changed a little bit.
3 shy, 3 tier 1 emotes.
But you get emotes per per tiers and everything, which is really cool. You can go find people to commission to make those emotes for you. And then there's also sub badges as well, so you can have badges next to your username and chat to show how long you've been subscribed to somebody. So you got your standard 1, 3 month, 6 month, and then 1 year. So again, you can commission somebody to create those for you, which is really cool that we have that option to do that. A lot of people were really excited about the sub badges. So those are kind of your little perks to becoming an affiliate. It's definitely some great stuff to work towards, and some great goals as well. All right, so some tips and advice to get to that point. Number 1, be consistent. That is probably one of the things I struggle with the most because life happens. We all have different schedules. My life has changed drastically over the past 2 years, so I've just never had a consistent streaming schedule. I've tried so hard to have a consistent streaming schedule, and usually it lasts a month and then something else happens in my life. So, but finding some sort of consistently, hey, I'm gonna stream 3 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at this time. It gives your viewers something to look forward to. They know, hey, this person's gonna be streaming at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. I know I'm gonna be there. That's, in my opinion, really important, is to have that consistency. Secondly is utilizing your social media, which I know Admired Clay talked about earlier. I do believe that is very important. If you don't have Twitter or Instagram or even a Facebook page or something, I really do highly recommend creating those things and utilizing them. That's how you get word out that you are streaming. It took a lot for me to get a Facebook page going because I felt kind of weird telling my IRL friends about streaming, especially when I first started, because I was I don't know how people are going to feel about me playing video games online in front of people I don't know. But eventually I was man, I could really grow my community if I put something out on Facebook and let these people in my life know, hey, this is what I do. And you would be surprised that a lot of people, I have people come into my chat and they're hey, I went to high school with you. And I'm oh man, that's pretty cool. So just use your social media. Post when you're going live. I won't reiterate everything that Admired Clay talked about earlier, but definitely use social media. Network. Networking is huge. Networking is how you meet other streamers, it's how you meet other people in the industry, and again, that is a huge stepping stone into helping your channel grow. Things like going to conventions, I know it's not cheap to do, but if you can maybe get to 1 or 2 a year, it is a great way to meet other streamers. It's a great way to meet other people in the industry. I see people laughing. I don't even want to know what people are saying in the chat right now. Yikes. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, going to conventions and stuff. Meeting other people in the industry, networking that way, meeting up with other streamers. Also, another huge networking thing that I think is hard for streamers is taking a night off from streaming and going and watching other streamers. That is huge, and I know that's hard because sometimes I feel I gotta get on that grind and stream 6 nights a week, and I don't take that time to actually go and watch other people's streams. Because if you're like me, your day's filled with work and blah blah blah, and then you stream, and that's all your time on Twitch. So take some time, go find some streamers that you enjoy. Don't go be a self-promoter in their channel. Don't just find a random person and be hey, I stream too, and then leave their chat and that's the end of it. Find people that you actually enjoy watching, that you would want to be friends with. Interact in their streams, watch their streams, become a part of their community, make that connection with them, because that's so important in helping to grow your community as well, because you're going to make friends that way, and then they're going to be oh hey, my friend that I met 2 weeks ago in chat, she was in there, let's host her, and then you share your communities with them, and that's just a really great stepping stone to help grow your channel that I feel a lot of us struggle with, just because we get so caught up in our own channels and everything. So take that time off. It's okay. I have to tell myself that all the time. It's okay to take a night off, watch some other streamers, network, make friends. Enjoy what you're playing. I know that may seem kind of weird to say, maybe obvious, but with statistics and everything on Twitch, we can see what the popular games are. We can see what the games are that are drawing the most viewers in. Yes, there's some give and take to that. It's important to be aware, like, hey, I may get more viewers if I stream this certain game, but do I actually like this game? Am I going to actually enjoy playing it? You kind of have to find that balance. I personally believe in playing what you want to play, even if it's like not the most popular game that is on Twitch right now. Your community and new viewers who come in, they're going to know if you're not enjoying what you're playing, and they're not going to stick around. They're going to be like, this girl's bored, she's not really into this game, why should what's the point? So find games that you enjoy playing and make the most of that. And if you're having a good time, you're going to build a community who's going to enjoy watching you have a good time with that game. Going into the next thing, check your statistics, because that's how you know what's working and what's not working. But also don't get caught up in the numbers. Yes, you want to be self-aware, like I said, of, okay, if I play this game, I'm going to get more viewers, or if I stream it this time of night, I'm going to get more viewers, or, if I stream these certain days, like, everything's going to go better. That's very important to be aware of, but also don't let that, like, dictate your streaming life, because it's so easy to get caught up in the numbers, and then all of a sudden it's like, I hate streaming, I don't want to do this anymore. So find that balance of being self-aware, and, Twitch, if it's something that you really want to pursue, it's going to become a business for you, and that's really important. You can't run a business if you're not aware of how your numbers are and how things are running. But also, like I said, don't let that consume why you're streaming. Again, going back to what I was first talking about at the beginning, finding a motive. Don't let the numbers overtake your motive and why you have a passion for streaming in the first place. Don't use or promote fake growth. That is so important, and something that I'm so passionate about, because in this day and age, it is so easy there's so many websites you can get on to buy followers, to buy views, to buy subscriptions, to view bot, all of that crap. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. First of all, people are gonna know. If you've got 15,000 followers and you've got like 5 viewers every time you stream, people are gonna know that. If you've got 200 viewers in your stream and nobody's been talking for the past 30 minutes, people are gonna see what's going on. That's fake growth, and that's not really doing you any good in the end, right? You're not really building a community. You're not, even if you use that fake growth to get to partnership, like, what do you have to show for it? So that's something I'm so passionate about, and I see people do it, and I just, have to bite my tongue. Just, organic growth is so important. I would so much rather have 5 people in my chat who are there, who are committed, who are having fun, who are enjoying spending time with me, than to see, oh wow, I've got 150 viewers right now and nobody's talking. So that is very important to me. Next. Does anybody have any, I'm sorry. Does anybody have any questions? Anything I've talked about, something that you may be doing right now that you're like, I'm not really sure if this is working, anything like that? Yes.
Do you ever go back and watch your own streams to see, little quirks or maybe things that you think you should improve on?
Sometimes I do. If I know that I had a really good stream, I will. And if I have a bad stream too, it's important to go back and be like, okay, hey, I had a really great stream today, what did I do differently? Or hey, I had a really bad stream today, like what went wrong? Was I not talking enough? Did I not communicate with people well? Did I say something bad that maybe offended somebody and then everybody ran off? How was my behavior on stream? who knows? So I do think going back and watching your streams is important. That's something that I struggle with because I'm kind of okay, it happened, next. But I do think that's an important thing. It's something I actually am trying to do more because knowing what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong is obviously important to growing. So, and yes.
What are some other events? You mentioned networking at other events around. So I know, of course, TwitchCon, but are there any events more similar to this?
So the it's Twitch Columbus now. They have a group that we can get you some information on to join. They have a big Discord for that. They post when they're doing events, like official events, unofficial events, stuff like that.
If you want to get here.
Right, yeah. If you're like, hey, there's 6 of us in Columbus who wants to meet up tonight, that's a good way to do that. And then, like I said, they have official events too where you can have a lot of people there, and it's great to network that way. So smaller stuff like that's really great. I randomly found the Twitch, it was Twitch Ohio at the time, when I moved back to Ohio, because I was like, I would love to meet some streamers in the area, but how do I do that? I just kind of stumbled upon it on Twitter one day and then found a Discord and then went to a meetup and met a ton of people. So definitely doing that's important. I also think going to some bigger stuff as well is very important as well to meet other people within the industry. So there's TwitchCon, there's PAX. I went to PAX South and then I'm going to PAX East next month. So other bigger conventions like that if you want to put some money into doing that. But definitely the local stuff's really important, and having a core group that's near you has been really cool because I haven't had that before until this year, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wow, I know 10 people that live near me that also do what I do, and it just kind of makes the process a lot more fun and easier, and yeah.
GDEX too.
GX, yes. There's tons of conventions in Columbus. Even if it's not gaming, like anime conventions, if you're into that, you'll always meet and find people with similar interests in you. And there's usually streamers kind of at any of those types of conventions. So, yeah. Thank you.
You mentioned how motive was important before you started streaming. What would you say your motive is?
When I started, or what my motive is now? I think my motive now is community. I know that I can play video games on my own time. I don't need to have a webcam in front of me and hit go live. I can do that on my own time. Having a good community and having a thriving community is probably my motive right now. Obviously we all have the desire to grow on Twitch. None of us are just streaming without any desire to actually grow. So there's that passion as well and that drive, but definitely having a thriving and solid core community that I know is going to be there when I'm streaming and when I'm not streaming. That's a big drive for me. And yes.
Chat might have something.
Oh.
Come on, chat. What's up?
Ask me, chat.
Hey, I asked a question earlier, I don't know if you want to hear it.
Yeah, you don't want to. It's from Giuseppe. You don't want to.
Oh no,
Yeah.
then I don't. Anybody?
Let's wait for this instant streaming system to catch up.
He knows.
Also, I will say too, speaking of Giuseppe's one of my mods, having a,
Got a live one.
okay. Would it be a good idea to join a stream community early on? Ooh, that is a good question. I actually didn't because stream teams weren't really a thing when I started streaming, so, but there's so many out there now and so many that you can, find your place in, I guess. I've been a part of stream teams that were awful, and I've been a part of some really great stream teams as well. Try them out, watch other streamers that are part of those stream teams. If you get a bad vibe from any of them, don't hesitate to leave. I've done that. Yikes. So I think being a part of a stream team is very important. You find as many as yes. Oh shit.
Okay, that's
hours to stream each day? Does it vary up to personal preference? That is a good one. I usually aim to stream for 3 hours at a time, and I usually aim for 3 or 4 nights a week. There are weeks where that just doesn't happen. Maybe I'm having a bad day at work and I get home and I'm like, I can't do this. Or even there's been times where I've gone live and I'm live for like an hour and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't think I could do another couple hours of this. You know, and that's never any reflection of my community or anything. It's just dependent on how my day has gone or how I'm feeling. I don't like to force myself to stream if I'm not feeling it, because I know my community will know that I'm not feeling it. But I think 3 hours is usually a good time. What time of day, that's up to you and your schedule. Nighttime works best for me. I was actually talking to Trevor that I did a daytime stream the other day. I love streaming during the day, I just can't do it because of work. But like I had my day off from work and I did a long day stream and I just had a lot more energy during the day. But nighttime is when I stream, and that I kind of find like around 10 or 11 o'clock is when things start to pick up. So you'll kind of find what works for you. But that's for me. I was mentioning earlier before another question popped up, having a good group of mods is really important. And it can be trial and error. I've had some mods that I'm like, yeah, no. But having a good group of mods that are gonna be there for you, who are gonna be in your streams, who are actually gonna help out and mod, and not just like pop in and say, hey, and then they leave, and that's the end of it. It's your support group. It's a branch off of you as a streamer. You know, they're going to be the ones that are there welcoming in new viewers. They're going to be the ones in your Discord who are keeping things active. Things start slowing down. You know, they're your backbone. So take some time in finding some good mods. Yeah. Would having a consistent schedule for streaming help with the concurrent viewer goals? Also, how do you choose your mods? I definitely think having a consistent schedule is very important for building up concurrent viewers, because like I kind of said earlier, you're going to have people who know, like, hey, she's going live at 8:30 on Wednesday night, every Wednesday night, so I'm going to be there. And that's how you build up having more concurrent viewers, because more people are going to have that same thought. If you're kind of all over the place with your streaming schedule, which I know for a lot of us it's easy to do, especially when you're starting out and just kind of trying to figure out what works best for you. When you're all over the place with your streaming schedule, like people don't know when you're going live. So having a schedule is really important. You also asked, how do you choose your mods? So for me, it's people who have been in my chat for a while, who I see actively involved with chat and Discord and stuff like that. Every single one of my mods has helped me outside of the Twitch world in a different way. Some of them have been really technical for me. Some of them have helped with like panels and stuff. I've even had just a good mod who's really good with handling trolls. Like they're just really fast at it. So they're like my troll mod. But that for me, just like kind of testing the waters with them, like seeing how they are in your chat. Keep an eye on them for a while. A lot of people come and go, which is fine. Like I do that with other streamers as well. I'm really into watching them for a couple months, and then my life changes and I don't watch them that often anymore. But having mods that you know are going to be there for you on and off stream, and having good communication with your mods is very important as well. Don't just like ghost your mods when you're not streaming, because they need to know what's going on as well. I know I'm working with my mods right now and like sending them a schedule every week, like, hey, I'm going to be live this night, and this night, like who can be there, that kind of thing. So having good communication with them not only helps you, but helps them obviously, of course. Can we get a clip of, shut up, Safi. Whatever. Did anybody else have any question? Anything else pop up that you guys have thought of? Yes.
So really, just as far as like getting more viewers and followers and stuff like that, I mean, you know, we've pretty much been doing the basic like social media, all that stuff, and you know, you just got 200 follower on Thursday.
Awesome! Yay! Congratulations! That's
But,
awesome.
you know, we're trying to figure out like the next step as far as you know, like networking. Yes, I know that
Right.
that is our next big step in
Yes.
doing that. But also like watching other streamers. Like, how would you go about communicating? Like, okay, hey, come check out Dodger Gaming, but like not taking away the viewers at the same time.
Right. So for me, I have found that just like kind of going in at first, not that there's any like right way to do it, right or wrong way, I guess. For me personally, like I will browse Twitch of people who are playing games that I'm interested in. I don't like Fortnite, so I'm. Stop the bond! Cut the bond! Cut the bond!
Reported. Makes you feel like you're not alone. They're never gonna drop.
I don't like Fortnite, so I'm probably not gonna watch somebody who's playing Fortnite. Sorry. I'm gonna find somebody who's playing a game that I enjoy, and I'm gonna go into their stream and I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm not gonna say I'm a streamer. I'm just gonna go in as a normal viewer, if you will. Get to know them, get to know their community, bond over the game that they're playing. One of the first people that I started watching on Twitch, she was playing a Legend of Zelda game, which that series is like my baby. And I went in there and we just talked for like 30 minutes about Zelda, and we just kind of like built that relationship with each other. You know, I told her I followed her on Twitter, she followed me back, and then she noticed that I streamed as well, and it just kind of led into, you know, one day she hosted me and I was like, oh my gosh, like how awesome. I wasn't expecting that, but that's kind of how you build that relationship. I don't even want to know what's going on in my chat behind me. That's a great way to kind of build that. Don't build an artificial relationship with somebody just to get them to kind of, and I know that's not what you meant at all. It is easy for people to do, to go in and be like, oh hey, like I stream too. Some people are like, oh great, like what do you stream? And other people, that's a big like, eh. So kind of getting a vibe from them, you know, maybe watch a few of their streams first before kind of getting into the whole like, hey, I also stream kind of thing. And maybe like definitely don't do that during their stream.
Oh, of course.
You know, like if you're following them on Twitter or something, you know, something like that. But just kind of building a natural relationship with them, I guess, and then kind of seeing how that goes. You know, some people are really anti, like, I don't want to be with people who are telling me that they're streamers, like that's not my thing, and then other people are like, yeah, I want to meet other streamers. I don't know, it's very dependent on who you're watching, but I would say, you know, find somebody who's playing a game that you really enjoy, and just kind of work on building a relationship that way. And then, like I said, going to different conventions and meetups like this, such a good way to meet people. That has been how like I've met the most people. Like the first Twitch Ohio meetup I went to, I met like 50 people, I feel like, that night.
All of us.
Yeah, I met all these people. These people. And like,
You are.
Just be
Yeah.
that's it.
Just this non-visible half the room.
yikes. But like, if I had not gone to that meetup, like I wouldn't know these people and I wouldn't be up here giving a panel right now. So like, you never know what kind of relationships you could build by going to stuff like that. So just keep working on networking. Huh?
So Stephanie has a good question.
Does
It's actually a good one.
Oh.
Yep.
Can you?
Seems not trolling.
Look at Giuseppe.
Seems natural.
Can you touch a bit more on the impacts of raids/hosts? So I was very self-conscious. I'll be honest with you guys. I was very self-conscious about hosting and raiding. Probably about a year ago. There has been this mentality that people have been trying to break. That like, oh, I only have 2 people in here. Like, I don't want to host somebody with 2 people. But sharing your community with somebody is so cool and so important, and I can guarantee, unless it's some like ninja or somebody, I can guarantee pretty much any streamer you're gonna host or raid, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love the fact that you're wanting to share I don't know why I was staring at you. I'm sorry. I thought that you had asked the same question. My bad. I'm like staring directly at you as I answer this. But rating and hosting is such a good way to share your community with other people as well, and that's also a great networking thing. I love, one of my favorite things to do, it's easy to get caught up in hosting and rating the same people. You know, you kind of build your little circle on Twitch and then you host and rate them like every time. One of my favorite things to do is whatever game I'm playing, find some random person who's playing it as well and host them or raid them. That's such a great way to meet people and share your community with them, and they love it. Like, they'll be so excited. They're like, I don't know who this person is, but oh my gosh, hi. So doing that is really cool. Like I said, I was very self-conscious when I started out with hosting and rating because, you know, we all start off with small numbers, and I'm like, I don't really want to host somebody with 2 viewers, but do it anyways. Get your chat as hyped up as they can about it. Some nights chat's gonna be like, woo, let's raid, and other nights it's like crickets. So do it anyways. Share your community with somebody, and I definitely recommend doing that at the end of every stream. Even if you have a bad stream, just do it anyways. Find somebody that you enjoy watching, or find somebody you want to do that. Gamer Goo. Not sponsored. Yes.
Doritos has a question from chat. He said,
I just see your face and I know.
when I play games, my palms get sweaty sometimes, and I feel it affects my grip on mouse. Is there anything I can use to help with that?
Why, yes. There's this product called a Gamer Goo. Gamer Goo does act as a hand sanitizer as well, but
$1,000,001 household uses.
Fam has samples of Gamer Goo out there that if you guys want to try. A few of us are partnered with Gamer Goo, and so we have the ability to do like giveaways, 2 giveaways a month. So, hey, she's got Gamer Goo. Woohoo! Are you throwing it?
Yeah.
Oh!
Wow, I was almost right on with that joke.
Gamer Goo comes in 3 scents: orange, cinnamon, and peppermint.
Can I eat it like Tide Pods?
You cannot eat. I mean, you can if you want, but I can't guarantee your health afterwards.
It's non-toxic.
Oh, it is non-toxic. Thanks, Trevor.
Non-toxic.
Was there any more questions?
Body wash. Yes.
So the affiliate status, is that just something that happens after you achieve those numbers, or do you have to like apply for it?
I believe, I know with partner, once you hit those numbers, you have to apply. I don't think you do with affiliate, right?
No, affiliate, you literally just get an email, and you fill out some basic tax forms.
Right.
That's how you have the affiliate status.
I feel like, because the affiliate program came out in 2016, or was it early 2017, and it was like, things are a bit different now than when it first came out, and like I got affiliated like right after it came out, so I guess you don't apply for anything, but
Just tax stuff.
right, just normal documents you'll have to fill out for tax stuff, but as soon as you hit those requirements, they'll email you and you'll know, so
It's like congratulations.
yeah, you made affiliate, woo!
Yeah.
That's a good feeling.
It is a great feeling.
Said Bezos might pay you now.
I might get some money this month.
Get your chicken feed out of that $1.3 billion.
Right. Anybody else have any questions?
Nothing?
Nada? Anybody else in chat? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Yay! Thanks for not being mean.
Giuseppe was handling it pretty well. So.
Oh, I believe it. I can see everybody's face.
Shadows literally just asked a question.
Oh. And admitting it. I always say it's part of my charm that I'm not the best at playing games. It's don't get caught up in like people telling you like, "Wow, you're terrible at this game." I mean, my community does it to me every time I stream, but that's besides the point. But I know well, whoever asked it in chat can't hear me, can they? Or did they go back
We're
live?
back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
It was Jadis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't ever feel like you can't stream a game because you're not good at it. I'll say, for example, I've never played an MMO game before. Like, I just never really got into it. And then one day I was like, I really want to. What game could I play that would appeal to me? And I was really into like the Elder Scrolls series and everything. So I was like, I'll pick up ESO. Like, it'll be fun. I was so nervous about playing ESO on stream because I was like, the ESO community is gonna come in here and just completely shit on me. And I will tell you what, the ESO community has been like the nicest community. I have people coming in like wanting to help out, they'll jump in the game, and so don't hold back on playing a game that you're not comfortable with, or it's new for you, or you know you're not good at it. As long as you're having fun, honestly, I think that's what the most important thing is. So.
So sappy.
God. I'm changing my panels now. Were there anything? Oh yeah.
Are you playing the Overwatch tournament?
I played the Overwatch tutorial, so no. I played the tutorial. I mean, Ender says I can. I don't know if I want
I
to.
believe you can. I mean, I'm convinced that like you can play.
I'll be so bad at it.
That's
But
the
don't
best part.
hold back if you're bad at games.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. What's your highest rank so far on Tetris 99?
Oh, I think I got like 30 something. I only played for maybe a couple hours.
Ooh, you got
I
better
know.
willpower than I do.
Yeah,
When are we
it's
playing
very
Fortnite?
addicting.
So
We're
sappy.
not. One or two Stephanie and I. Yeah, we were gonna do a Fortnite stream where we both have no idea what we're doing, but we thought it'd be fun.
Don't subject yourself to that.
Yeah, speaking of getting crapped on by communities,
You need 12-year-olds.
12-year-olds.
They're all calling you the N-word.
Anybody else?
How do you really feel about 12-year-olds?
TOS, cut the bar. TOS. That it? I mean,
How do you really feel about this?
I can't answer that on stream.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Remember I said I love my mods, okay? Just like I love mine. It's a love-hate relationship,
Right.
if you will.